Well, howdy, everybody. Welcome to week 10 here in Court Systems. We'll get started real quick on what we've got going on. This week, we're going to be looking at chapter 10 in your book on from arrest and bail through arraignment. So be sure to watch that video, read the chapter in the book, and as you're doing so, work on your weekly discussions exam review portion so that you can get that submitted as it is due at the end of the week. And also be sure to take your quiz and make at least a 100 on it. Technically, you can just make a 70 and move on, but why not retake it till you make 100? It only takes a couple of minutes and the questions don't change, so you should be able to figure them out, and that way you'll learn the material. And then you need to complete your follow-up post to discussion number 9. Discussion number 9, we've been getting pretty good on getting all the follow-up posts done. Got a few people that just don't seem to want to do follow-up posts, and it's probably going to end up lowering their final grade by a letter just from, not only are they going to be lowering their exam scores because they're not getting that extra studying in, but also they're going to end up with a 70 for their discussion grade, and that's worth 10% of your grade, so that lowers your score automatically by your final grade point by 3 points. You don't want to do that. And then the last thing we need to do, you need to make your PowerPoint presentation on your research paper. I've got a couple people that haven't submitted their research paper. Keep in mind that you are losing 10 points each week you don't turn it in. So you need to get it in real soon. Apparently, quite a few people didn't listen to my weekly updates and discussions where I said that since we had access to the courts, that the option of the traditional research paper was not allowed, and I didn't change it in writing, so I'm not going to hold you to it. I had several people did a traditional research paper. Again, I'm not going to make you redo it because it's my fault I didn't remove it, but probably said it 5 times in that you have to go to court. You could not do a traditional research paper. I'm talking to people that are watching this video. Maybe quite a few of you probably, the ones that did the traditional research paper probably aren't watching the weekly update. So just my mistake, but we'll go from there. Many of you did the actual assignment, which was the video of the court observation paper, and I'm not going to count any points off for the people that did the wrong thing and did the traditional research paper, because it was my fault for not, for going verbally in talking about the assignment instead of actually removing it from the research paper tab. So, about your PowerPoint presentation, you will need to find 3 living human beings and get them to watch you present your paper. During the COVID lockdown, we allowed things like animals, stuffed animals, birds, cats, dogs, infants, because it was hard to get people around. That's not the case anymore, so you'll need 3 people. If you can't find 3 people, come on to campus and we'll find you 3 people here. We've got a class full of cadets that would be really willing and able to sit and listen to your presentation. We will film it. You'll start off, most of you are going to be using your cell phone to film it. Make sure your cell phone is vertical. You don't want, in the landscape mode, not portrait mode, landscape mode. And you want for yourself to first pan over your audience to show that 3 people are there. And then you can introduce them if you want, you don't have to. Then give your phone to one of the people in the audience and tell them to make sure they keep the phone in the landscape mode. Don't flip it. Have it somewhere I'm having to sit with my head on the side to watch them. And then have them keep the presentation, the camera on you. If you've got your PowerPoint in the background, that's fine, but I don't need the camera on the PowerPoint. I need it on you because I've got access to the PowerPoint and I can see it. Now, if you can cover both of them, that's even better because your fellow students are going to be watching and they can see your PowerPoint that way. You will submit it using ShareStream. Let me go over here to show you how to get to it. Let me click into the student mode first and go to the research paper tab. You will submit your PowerPoint on this presentation tab. You will click on it and upload your PowerPoint. The videos are too big to be submitted this way, so you will use the video presentation through ShareScreen. Click on it, and when it comes up, which it will eventually, maybe, if it feels like it. Okay. At any rate, eventually it will come up. There it goes. You will click over here where it says Submit Media to your instructor. Click on that, and then navigate to wherever your video is. Select it, and then hit Submit. The video will not be visible to you until after I approve it. The system is set up so that we trying to eliminate people from putting inappropriate videos online. When we first started using ShareStream, within the first 6 weeks of it being in operation here on campus, in one of the programs here, not criminal justice, someone uploaded a pornographic video, very inappropriate. I like to believe it was by accident. I'm not sure, but it was uploaded that way. Just keep in mind, it will not show up here as submitted right away. Now, sometimes they don't get uploaded. You know, if it's not there, well, if it's not there, I'll get with you, especially if you've uploaded your PowerPoint, and see if it didn't get uploaded correctly. I do have an alternate link that you can use to upload it to a different place. What will occur with these? I will then take all the videos, I will publish them, and I will put a discussion board out for the next week where you will watch videos of at least 3 other students, and then you will ask them a question, at least one question on their video presentation. 3 different students, at least one question. When it's all, and I'll show you again next week when we get there, when you have it, there will be a note off the side, the number of responses to the discussion board. Please select students that have the fewest number of responses. I want everybody to have at least one, but preferably 2 or 3 questions asked, because the following week, the week after you ask your questions, your follow-up discussion will be answering the questions that other students ask. So it's kind of a 2-part discussion board, much like the follow-up post you have, for the weekly discussions. And that way everybody's going to have at least one person watch their video. Most likely, at least 3 people watch your video, most likely. So you get to see your work, and the presentations are usually very interesting, and I hopefully you'll enjoy this as part of the weekly, the discussion boards. Well, that's all I have for you now. I will talk to you again next week. Work on those videos.